Assalamu alaikum, this is Maria Zulfikar welcoming you all to the English news from Btv Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Continuation of strike despite logical demands of railway running staff met regrettable, comments railway advisor. Logical demands of railway employees fulfilled as much as possible, says finance advisor. Outgoing Saudi Arabian ambassador Esa Yusuf Esa Al Duhailan honored with Bangladesh Diplomatic Excellence Medal for promoting bilateral ties. European Union to extend all kinds of cooperation to Election Commission for holding free and transparent election, says Chief Election Commissioner. Masses of displaced Palestinians begin streaming towards north of Gaza. And Bangladesh under-19 women's team crushed West Indies by 10 wickets in T20 World Cup in Kuala Lumpur. Viewers, those were the headlines. Now moving on to the details. Railway advisor Mohammad Fazul Kabir Khan has said it is regrettable that the strike continues even after the logical demands of the railway running staff were met. He made the remarks this morning while briefing reporters at Kamalapur railway station in the capital. The advisor urged railway running staff to call off their strike and sit in discussions. He said most of the demands of the running staff have been met. The discussion is open to negotiating demands for rest, the advisor added. The running staff's agitation causes severe suffering for the passengers. Many travelers who did not know about the strike faced severe sufferings when they arrived at the Kamalapur station. The strike initiated by railway running staff from last midnight has paralyzed train operations nationwide. Passengers who have cancelled their journey online have reported various complaints of not being able to refund their tickets. Kamalapur railway station manager said that the ticket money collected from the counter is being returning to the passengers after ending the journey time. Meanwhile, the government launched Bangladesh Road Transport Corporation (BRTC) bus services at some important rail routes for passengers transportation as nationwide railway communications are being disrupted due to work abstention of the railway running staff. Passengers could travel by the BRTC bus services with their purchased rail tickets. Finance advisor Dr. Saliuddin Ahmed said the logical demands of railway employees have been fulfilled as much as possible. He said this to journalists after a meeting of the Advisory Council Committee on Government Purchase at the Secretariat today. The advisor has questioned the grounds of the movement of railway employees. He said there will be no crisis of goods during the upcoming Ramadan. The stock of rice and wheat has been ensured, added the advisor. Outgoing Saudi Arabian ambassador to Bangladesh, Esa Yusuf Esa Al Duhailan, has been honored by Bangladesh Diplomatic Excellence Medal for his role in promoting bilateral ties, increasing Saudi investment in Bangladesh and manpower export. Foreign advisor Tawhid Hussain handed over the medal to the envoy at the Foreign Service Academy in the capital today. Foreign Secretary Mohammad Joshimuddin was present at that time. The foreign advisor said manpower export to Saudi Arabia from Bangladesh didn't stop fully during the global COVID pandemic due to the role of Ambassador Esa Yusuf Esa Al Duhailan. The envoy played vital role to promote visa issuance, Saudi investment and increase in bilateral trade. Esa Yusuf Esa Al Duhailan took the charge of ambassador to Bangladesh in March 2020. European Union Ambassador to Bangladesh Michael Miller said the EU will extend all kinds of cooperation to the Election Commission for holding a free and transparent election by ensuring quality. He said this after a meeting with Chief Election Commissioner A.M.M. Nasiruddin at Agargaon in the capital today. At that time, the Chief Election Commissioner said the EU envoy has suggested reforms first of all. The Election Commission is taking all-out preparations to present a fair and transparent election, he added.
We've had an excellent conversation about the perspectives of the next elections in Bangladesh, and I have come with a message of support for the reform ambitions of the interim government, for the holding of elections in a transparent manner in line with international standards, and also to ask the Chief Election Commissioner what the European Union can do to support him and Bangladesh at this extremely important moment.
ডেমোক্রেটিক ট্রানজিশনের জন্য যে নির্বাচনটা হবে তার জন্য আমরা কতটুকু প্রস্তুত আছি, কিভাবে আমরা প্রস্তুতি নিচ্ছি, আমাদের ভোটার রেজিস্ট্রেশন থেকে আরম্ভ করে শেষ পর্যন্ত এগিয়ে যাওয়ার জন্য যে প্রস্তুতিগুলো টাইমলাইন কীরকম হবে ইত্যাদি জানতে চেয়েছেন, আমাদের প্রস্তুতি সম্পর্কে জানতে চেয়েছেন। আর জানতে চেয়েছেন ওনারা যেটা বলেছেন যে এই বাংলাদেশের এই অগ্রযাত্রায় ওনারা সাহায্য করতে প্রস্তুত, সব ধরনের সহায়তা ওনারা দিতে প্রস্তুত। ওনারা চান যে একটা ডেমোক্রেটিক ট্রানজিশনটা হোক, এবং হলে এই পথে আমাদের যত রকমের সহায়তা দরকার they have assured us that they will do with us in this process.
Brazilian ambassador to Bangladesh Paulo Fernando Dias Ferreira met a BNP delegation today. The meeting was held at the BNP chairperson's Gulshan political office this morning. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir led the delegation. BNP Standing Committee member Amir Khosru Mahmood Chaudhry and Organizing Secretary Shama Obaid were present at the meeting. Now, international news. Masses of displaced Palestinians began streaming towards the north of the war-battered Gaza Strip on Monday after Israel and Hamas said they had reached a deal for the release of another 6 hostages. The breakthrough preserves a fragile ceasefire and paves the way for more hostage prisoner swaps under an agreement aimed at ending the more than 15-month conflict. Israel had been preventing Palestinians from returning to their homes in northern Gaza, accusing Hamas of violating the terms of the truce. But Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office said late Sunday they would be allowed to pass after the new deal was reached. Crowds began making their way north along a coastal road on foot Monday morning, carrying what belongings they could, the images showed. Hamas called the return a victory for Palestinians that signals the failure and defeat of the plans for occupation and displacement. Its ally Islamic Jihad, meanwhile, called it a response to all those who dream of displacing our people. The comments came after U.S. President Donald Trump floated an idea to clean out Gaza and resettle Palestinians in Jordan and Egypt. Palestine President Mahmoud Abbas and Hamas have rejected the proposal. Meanwhile, the Arab League rejected the idea, warning against attempts to uproot the Palestinian people from their land, saying their forced displacement could only be called ethnic cleansing. Jordan and Egypt also rejected the idea promoted by Donald Trump. Meanwhile, in spite of a truce, the Israeli forces carried out airstrike in the West Bank, which killed at least 2 Palestinians yesterday. Security forces launched a sweeping drive to expel illegal immigrants from the United States. The drive began on Sunday local time under the orders of President Donald Trump's new administration, with various U.S. federal agencies participating in the drive. Nearly 1,000 people have already been arrested across the USA. The U.S. Federal Law Enforcement Agency Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) disclosed this information in addition to ICE members of the FBI and Drug Enforcement Administration, as well as various agencies of the Justice Department, took part in the drive, which is expected to continue for a week. In Chicago, organizations, those are vocal about the rights of immigrants in the city, have filed a lawsuit against Trump's anti-immigration measures. At Trump's behest, Tom Homan, the former acting director of ICE, has been given the responsibility of expelling illegal immigrants from the United States. In an interview with the television channel CNN, Homan described the start of the sweeping drive as a good day. Homan was staying in Chicago of Illinois during the interview. He said the drive is a turning point. The entire administration has been mobilized on illegal immigration to monitor public safety and national security threats in Chicago. Saudi Arabia said foreigners are from now on allowed to invest in Saudi-listed companies that own property in Mecca and Medina, Islam's two holiest cities. The decision aims to stimulate investment, enhance the attractiveness and efficiency of the capital market, and strengthen its regional and international competitiveness. It said foreign investment in companies owning real estate within the boundaries of Mecca and Medina will be limited to shares of the Saudi companies listed on the Saudi capital market, convertible debt instruments, or both. Saudi Arabia is the Middle East's largest economy and the world's biggest exporter of crude oil. It has for years been engaged in a vast reform agenda aimed at diversifying the economy with tourism and investment. Mecca already receives millions of Muslim pilgrims each year, but the city is undergoing massive development aimed at drawing 30 million faithful by 2023.